Hello there and welcome back for another video. This is Cassie. Today I am going to be making a shape card, but I want to use this brand new, to me anyway, Rabbit Hole Designs stamp called the Caffeinated Terrier. Isn't he absolutely adorable, hugging his little coffee cup like that with the hashtag I love you? And we're also going to be using this Trinity coffee mug card die. So that comes from Trinity Stamps. So we're going to be combining companies here. And I went ahead and already cut everything out using some lunch bag cardstock and some mocha cardstock. And so we're just going to set those aside here and go ahead and put things together. So when you're putting this gift card part together, this is the gift card holder. Make sure that you don't put any glue over the little flaps. Otherwise, you're just going to glue the flaps down and they'll be worthless. And so this way I can put a little gift card right in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue down the little part that is the coffee right on the top of the coffee cup. So we'll set this off to the side and then we're going to go ahead and stamp out our little terrier. I always cut the tops off of my stamps. I know for some people they're like, why would you do that? But for me, when I use, because I use my stamps a lot, that little sticky back and forth just tends to lose its stick and then my stamp falls out the bottom anyway. So I'd rather just cut it at the top and call it good. I'm gonna rub my stamp with my hand because my hand, the oils in my hand will condition this brand new stamp a little bit. I'm gonna ink that up with some Memento Tuxedo black ink and then I'm stamping that down onto some Express It cardstock. And I'm going to be doing some alcohol marker coloring. So I've got my Copics. We're going to start with some W1. And I am going to color this like my pup, even though my pup is not a terrier. I always tend to color the dogs like my pup, and then, you know, of course, the cats like my cats. But funny story about that, you know, with all this coronavirus and everything's been shut down and closed down. Our poor dog hasn't been able to go to the groomer. She is one that needs to go to the groomer, like her mother. And so we tried to call today, and they are so booked all the way until June. So that poor thing. And it's funny because she always has a little bit more pep to her step when she has been to the groomer, kind of like me. And, you know, funny story, I couldn't get into my guy until the end of May. So we're going on, it'll be about 3 or 4 months before I've had a haircut, and I'm telling you right now, I feel her pain. I'm sure she feels my pain, but we'll get in there when we can, I guess. Anyway, so I'm going to color, I've put all the colors up on the screen for you. And if you notice, I did stamp my dog right kind of in the center of this because I plan to use a circle die cut, so I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room for that. And I don't have a lot of color on here. It's, you know, mostly warm grays, and then, you know, we have the brown and the black top, and then we just have a little bit of red for those hearts, but I'll bring in some RV11 for his ears, and then we'll have just a little bit more color. The die that I'm using is the My Favorite Things Wonky Stitch Circle die, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp out my sentiment on some more of that mocha cardstock. I'm going to use my magic powder bag over this. And then I'm going to ink up my stamp using some embossing ink. And then I'll just stamp that down, and then I'll cover that with some Alabaster embossing powder by Brutus Monroe. And then we'll heat set that until that is smooth and melted, which doesn't take any time at all. And then I'll kind of clean up my mess as I'm letting that cool down a little bit. You'll notice that there's magic powder bag all over the top of that, and it almost looks like a mess, but it's easy to clean off with a like a microfiber cloth or something, so no big deal there. Then I'll clean up my mess, and then I'm going to put this inside of my Tim Holtz guillotine trimmer, and then I'll trim off all of the excess bits here as I try to trim down my sentiment. I love doing it with my guillotine trimmer because I get a real good cut right up close. I typically just take the edge of my sentiment and I'll line it up with the clear cover that's there. And then we'll trim off all the excess around the hashtag love you as well. I thought this would just be a cute little pick-me-up to give somebody or send somebody with a maybe a coffee gift card for maybe a local coffee shop. Because right now our local coffee shops need all the help they can get with, you know, having to have been closed down for so long. I'll use my liquid glue to adhere down my coffee or my circle to the mug, and then I'll even use that same liquid glue to adhere down hashtag love you. And then I want to show you something really, really cool. So Amanda from the Twiddler's Nook sent me these little containers. These are craft embellishment trays that her and her husband have 3D printed, and she has these in her Etsy shop, which I will have linked down below. But they're really nice because they have this little like an opening, so it's so much easier to just pour your embellishments back into whatever your holder is, whether it be like a little container or even the little plastic bag that they sometimes come in. But you can get them in various colors, and she has the star and this circle, and they're just so cute. So you're definitely going to see these quite a bit. But I've just poured in some 4mm and some 6mm Pretty Pink Posh espresso sequins. I don't even think these are available anymore. If they are, I will have them linked. But I really like how the little containers or the little trays will hold my embellishments in there just fine. And then I'll show you how easily it is to pour everything back in your container when you're all done with your embellishments. But for now, I'm using my crystal katana along with that same liquid glue that I've been using. And I'll just stick down all of my embellishments just like so. But yeah, you're going to see these containers a lot because not only are they practical, but they're absolutely adorable. So they look cute on my desk. All right, so we'll just pour those back in. So super easy. Yep, just like so. And then we'll set those off to the side. But they're going to stay out because they're just too dang cute to put away. And here is my finished card. I do love how this turned out. So if you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I typically have 3 to 4 videos a week, and I would love it if you kept coming by. So thank you for stopping by, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye, everybody.